Welcome back to Edwards Economics. My name's Kaylin, and you can't tell this, but about 20 days ago, I was fed up and I cut off all of my hair. Yes, that's right. I went bald because I am absolutely through with how much these barbers are charging. $60, $100, some of these videos, $300. They're starting to get way too crazy with these prices. So what's really going on in the grooming space in America? And why aren't people showing up to get their haircuts? Let's find out.
I've been in the industry for 13 years. And I've seen the price of haircuts rise. You know, I can understand with the cost of living that our prices go up a little bit. You know, we were at $25, I think, when I started, and now haircuts are like somewhere around $45, $50 or something like that. And now you're seeing barbers out here talking about my haircuts are $100. How come you're not getting $100 for a haircut? You getting $100 for a haircut don't make you a better barber. It don't make your product better. You know, this industry was built in a sense to make people feel better about themselves. Because if you look good, then you feel good. So how is it that now to look good is costing that much money for a normal person to be able to get a haircut? I don't care who you are. Whether you're an NBA star, I got NBA people on my roster, I got NFL people on my rosters. When they come to me, the haircut price is $40.
Yeah, they're not going to pay you more just because they're millionaires. Like what? No.
What does this do? Why do I do this? Because I have faith in humanity. People like to tip, you know, but when you're taking the tip off top, then you don't leave no room for a person to be able to do something that they or show their appreciation, you know. So they leave feeling worse than what they did coming into you, and it's because of, I feel like it's because of the price and the amount that the price that you charge and the amount that they gotta pay just for a basic haircut. Even if they like it, they want to be able to do something, you know, do something extra, throw you a couple dollars on there, but you already took the head off, you know. So how is this benefiting? How have we gone from wanting to make somebody feel good and wanting to promote, you know, good vibes in the community to, you know, my ego says that I deserve to be paid $100. You don't deserve to be paid no $100. I don't care what you do. I mean, unless you're compounding services, like maybe I'm doing a facial, I'm doing a hot towel.
And that's what they're doing, right? Like they're doing the hot towel, they're doing all that. Like my barber, I never even asked for any of that, right? He was charging me $50, and then he just started doing all this extra stuff. And, you know, as I'm, you know, getting this hot towel treatment, I started thinking, under the hot towel, does he expect me to pay for this? I didn't ask for this. Like, I don't even want a tip for this. Like, it's slow, and you got the hot towels in there. I guess if you want to do that, I got a little extra time, but like, if you trying to up the price because you just adding in these a la carte services that I didn't ask for, you're gonna have to do that on somebody else.
I'm doing the razor shave. I'm keeping you in here for about an hour, hour and a half. Then I can see you paying. You can see you charging $100. But a basic haircut just to show up and see you, don't you know it's 150 barbers, excuse my language, but it's 150 barbers. When they pull up to you, it's not their privilege to pull up to you. It's your privilege to have them because they could have went anywhere. Get your mind right. You want to make more money, do more work. Don't try to get rich off the expense of other people just because you feel like you're the best. I feel like I'm the best.
So that seems to be the common thread with the barbers that are coming in and actually speaking against what's going on. They're like the people that are practicing, I'd say, proper business ethics, although you can get paid whatever people are going to pay you, whatever. That's what you're worth, whatever people are willing to pay you. The barbers in your industry, your peers are saying y'all are doing too much. Don't try and get rich off of one haircut. And they probably make more than you because they understand the economics of it all.
I feel like everything I do got my signature on it. And I take pride in my work, you know, but I also have pride in humanity. I also have faith in humanity that if you do good to them, they'll do good to you.
Bro, this ain't that great of a skill, man. I'm sorry. To all you barbers out there, man, yo, I got mad love for you, but yo, you definitely are overvaluing yourself. Yo, these barbers have lost their cotton picking minds, man. These dudes want like $60 without a tip. And I'm sitting there like, I'm willing to go 40. I might even go 50 with the tip if you do a really good job, but you cannot start off with no $60, man. Y'all done lost your mind, okay? They're talking about their value and their worth, and maybe you don't fit in over here. Maybe you should get somebody that you can afford their value. I'm like, these are the most divaed out, this is the most divaed out profession that I've encountered since, hairdressers. I guess there was a thin line. Back in the days, in the 80s, when we were young kids, me and my little crew, man, 5 of us, man, and we wanted to stay fresh. So we'd go get, we go to our barber shops. Back then, man, you could get a cut for $5, man, $8, $10.
Would have been on.
Max, man. You go to the barber school, let them experiment on you, man. That's what poor black kids did in my hood.
$100 for a haircut. It's insane. Really insane. I just went into this barbershop to see if I can get a cut because I can't make it out to my barber. I asked him how much for a haircut. This mother out of his mouth. $100 for a haircut. I looked at him like, man, you got to be joking, man. $100 for a haircut. So I looked at his prices. He even had $50 for kids. And most kids are getting a ball and a taper. And this dude wanted $100 for a haircut, man. You barbers are taking this.
This is why I cut my boy's hair myself. Every month I have a reminder, cut their hair. And I do a good job. You do it long enough, you get enough practice, you become better than these barbers because you start to know your kid's head. You know what I mean? You can be better than these barbers. I'm not paying for nobody to cut their hair. As long as they want the little mid taper with the curl at the top, I can do that.
What kind of clippers y'all have, or what kind of razor blade y'all using to charge somebody $100 for a haircut? I'm just trying to figure out what is going on. Y'all are robbing the poor, man.
Yeah.
Y'all robbing the poor.
I can see if it was a house call, for me to go to you to give you $100 to cut this little bit of, that's gonna be back in 2 weeks. Hey, if you got it, you got it.
Poor to the death, man. Look at y'all community who y'all serving, man. Y'all serving poor people, but yet y'all sticking them up for a haircut.
Oh, hey yo, easy now.
It's crazy, man. $100 for a haircut, man. What kind of clippers do y'all have? What have y'all learned in the last 10 years that's better than the people that's been cutting the last 20 years? What are y'all doing, man? For $100, hair should stay cut for at least 4 weeks. And I want one of you barbers to be like, you don't know what barbers go through. You get some clippers and you do what every barber has done the last 50, 60 years, man. It's the same, man. Ain't nothing changed, man. Ain't nothing changed with cutting hair. But yet y'all ripping off the community with these prices. And it's everywhere, y'all. It's everywhere, man. These people charging $75 to $100 for a haircut is insane, man. Y'all need to lose y'all customers. Y'all need to lose y'all business, man, because that's wrong, man. You in the hood, man. These mamas can't afford to get their kids' haircut every week. $50, man. Y'all losing y'all mind, man. Y'all losing y'all damn mind, man. For real, man. What do y'all have in these clippers that make us $100 for a taper in Atlanta? Tell me.
He's really bothered by it. Like, usually people go on for about a minute, they make their point. He really in it.
Get in my comments and tell me, why the are y'all charging so much for a haircut, man? Y'all robbing the hood, man. And some of y'all just becoming just too greedy, man. Too greedy, man. No way a haircut should cost $100, man.
You'll pay it for a house call. Okay. Like when I was paying 120, 20 was the tip. Okay. But my barber was driving 40 miles to get to me. It was during the pandemic when you couldn't really go nowhere. So that's why you would pay that. But for me to drive to someone to wait in the shop for 30 minutes to an hour before I can get my hair cut, no, you're not getting $100.
Trust me, I know it's a bunch of stuff that's going on in the world, but we got to draw some attention to this right here. 2026, we need to boycott all barbershops. I think I speak for all men when I say this. This just got out of hand. Trying to find a good barber now, they just can ridiculous. And I'm going to tell you where it went left. First off, when the barbers started getting exotic, talking about something, you got to make appointments through the apps. What the fuck I look like making an appointment to see another man? Let's start there. Then, even when it comes to the haircuts, it became not even about the hair. When the barber start adding all the extra fancy smashes up there, wanting to pull out hot towels and shit.
Yeah, they're massaging you. They're putting stuff in your ears to clean out your ears. You know, they're giving you face masks and stuff. Yeah, I get it. It's a value add, but ain't nobody trying to pay all that. Plus, it makes the session way longer. You're just trying to get in and get out. My new barber, look, I'm in and out in 30 minutes. In and out in 30. Love it. Can book anytime, because I don't know why y'all wouldn't want to do an appointment. Do y'all not remember growing up and having to wait in the barber shop for like 3 hours to get a haircut because you went on a Saturday morning when everybody and their mama was trying to get a haircut? Do y'all not remember that? Because I do. I like being able to make an appointment. That way I can see if they're going to be professional or not. If I make an appointment, you need to be there on time. I need to be getting my haircut at the time that I expected it, because then I can plan my whole schedule around it. So I disagree on that point.
And all this, that, y'all then getting fake beards and all this. It just got too confusing. Another thing that messed it up, when it comes to these new age barbers, these really don't want to cut hair. That's just it with it. But I think these doing that just like, they be like the barber and be like the fifth thing. It be at the bottom of their to-do list, bro. Being a barber is a good trade. That should be your occupation. You should not have to make an appointment to come see you because you need to be in that damn shop. All right? But you better know, when you get these new age barbers, these want to be out here. They want to cut a little hair, sell puppies. They want to have t-shirts. They want to make websites. They want to rap. They want to trap. They want to do everything.
Let them get their money. Why can't they have their money?
But line it up. And that shit made no sense. So you know what? Putting the ball in our court, I think, fellas, we need to come together in 2026 and boycott these. And I bet you they gonna get situated and the prices gonna go down too. Because that's another thing. Whichever rapper it was that started that whole $100 line, youthed it up for everybody. Because haircuts used to be $15. Then they upped it to $25, then $35, then $45, then $50. I got a homeboy that stay in Connecticut right now, pay $80 to get his haircut. You think I'm finna pay $80 to get my damn haircut? Hell no. If I pay $80, my barber better give me a pack of woods and a 3-5.
Look, I don't believe y'all. I don't believe y'all gonna stop going. You know why? Because y'all would pay $30,000 to get a hair transplant from Turkey. I mean, if it's going, let it go. You know, you can take some minoxidil. You can get on some finasteride to try and keep what you got. But some of y'all was bald and then went and got a hair transplant just so you can go to the barber and give them more money. You going against nature. Y'all want to give these barbers money. That's what I think. That's what my take is. Y'all want to be paying them.
When did barbers become so arrogant? What point did we as a society decide that haircuts were so important that they needed an appointment? No, I'm sorry. Your doctor or your dentist needs an appointment, not your barber. I'm in the real estate development world, so I thought arrogance was rampant in my world. Contractors, real estate developers, real estate brokers, those are some arrogant. But barbers these days, my goodness, are you guys on a high horse? They love if you call them and ask if they take walk-ins. They love to say the phrase, oh, we're appointment only. It's not that serious and you're not that important. And you actually give a pretty haircut most of the time. And by the way, stop talking to me. Just cut my damn hair, bro. It will take you 10 minutes, 15 minutes max, instead of the hour it's going to take because you want to talk to me about the Celtics, about your ex-girlfriend, about your divorce. I don't give a shit. And half the time, the barbershop's empty. Half the time, there's nobody doing anything. Half the time, there's nobody there. But you guys want to say your appointment only? Take the fucking, bro. Not to mention, you want to charge $50 to $75.
How has the barbershop fell off this damn bad. You got reports talking about the barber industry is pretty much falling apart. Businesses are closing left and right. And people are pointing the finger at the prices of the barbershops. But I can list to you a whole bunch of different reasons. For starters, barbers don't even care about the craft no more. It's a very small majority of them that actually care about what they're doing. The other half are just trying to get as many heads in a day. And there's nothing wrong with getting your hustle. You're doing it for a reason, to make money. But at the same time, take pride in that too. Two, the service is ass. There should be no reason in hell that I schedule an appointment and I'm waiting on you.
I agree with
it's
that.
Too inconsistent now.
I agree with that.
That's with the cuts, the communication. And then to top it off,
like, don't be semi-professional, right? Like, don't start having people go through all these payment gateways and websites and acting like you got the back end in order, but you're the problem. You know, like if the appointment is at a certain time, I need to be getting my hair cut at that time. Where about plus or minus 5 minutes? All right. Not 30, not 40, not 50.
Barbers are crying right now, man, because business is starting to slow down, man. The internet and TikTok got a lot of these barbers thinking, bro, that they could really charge, bro, $50, bro, $60, $100 a head. Yeah, man, that's what TikTok did, man, to the barbers, bro. Had these people thinking, man, that they were something outside of a freaking barber, man. We remember who y'all were. We remember who y'all were, bro. We remember that the reason y'all became barbers, man, is because y'all ain't go to college, probably dropped out of high school. Yeah, that's who y'all were, man. Y'all didn't get an education, man, so y'all decided, man, to cut hair for a living, bro. And TikTok got in your head, and now y'all think, nah.
See, that's not even the case. That's not my experience. You know, my barber for the past 5 years was an actual teacher, master's degree. But they don't pay the teachers. And he's not trying to deal with some of y'all kids, these students. So he went and got his barber license, and he made more money being a barber than teaching up until now.
$100 a head. This is different. No. They're barbers. They cut hair. What I do is different. No, it's not. You dropped out of high school, bro. You didn't go to college. You don't got an education, bro. You don't got a PhD in barbery. And you know what? I'm happy that people, man, are starting to sharpen up. Be like,
he said you don't got a PhD in barbery, but I know there's some barbers out there that are literally calling themselves the hair doctors. Like, they put doctor in front of whatever their barber name is. I'm not kidding.
Gonna be spending $60 a week on a haircut, man. Like, are you crazy? Listen, no barber should make more than $30 a haircut, bro. Period. If people want to tip, let them tip. But no barber should ever charge more than $30, bro, for a haircut.
I just got a haircut today. It was advertised as $45. I got the $15 tip. It was $60 out the door. It's usually $62.50 because I tipped a little less today because I was feeling a little, man, this is a little expensive. But $60 for a haircut for me every couple weeks, hey, it's the name of the game. You want to be fresh. But some of y'all go every week, and that's the problem.
Can y'all please come and check out my dad's barbershop, please? Y'all, he been so sad because he been feeling like he ain't getting no clients, and it ain't nobody in here. I just told him that if I post a video, one video can have his whole shop swamped. And let me tell y'all, he really know what he doing. He do kids too, y'all.
This is like my childhood barbershop.
And everything. Hey, Dad, introduce yourself. Tell him come to the main barber. He a little shy, y'all. But
that's right, y'all come over here.
Let me see who he got in the chair because, you know, back in the day, you walk in the barbershop and it's empty like this. You better just turn around and walk out. I got to see what he doing. What he doing to my boy in the chair. What does his haircut look like? Okay.
See me, D, got the barbershop. I do kids. I do older men, younger men.
Do you do women?
Yes, I do women.
Okay.
Eyebrows.
And your prices? Well, how your prices is?
Kids is just 25, then grown man.
Okay.
35 to maybe a little bit more.
All right, depending on what you want. You want a little mustache, okay? Y'all, he built everything here. He installed his own TVs. He installed his own camera systems. Stop playing. Got his little pictures in here. If y'all really love me, please come and fill this shop up.
I respect the hustle. I love seeing people go out. And it's basically like his own little studio. It's just him in there. He doesn't even have other barbers working for him. And based off of those prices, he's going to need to cut a lot of heads in order to make that rent. Because it looks like this is in Las Vegas. Not sure how much that rent is. It's probably a couple $1,000s for the lease. Hey.
Barbershops are slower, right? Because people are paying $65 once a month instead of $35 twice a month, right? You're making more money if you're $35, $40 with tip, you're making 80 versus 60 or 65. So once again, back to the original post, right? There is some restructuring of how people spend their money. The industry isn't losing money. The industry is making more money than ever before, but it's coming in a different format in the form of a restructure. I know that because I had people that were coming every week paying.
It's also, I mean, the dollar's been devalued. So people think that they're making tons of money because some people finally crossed over 6 figures. These barbers are able to go from $5 to $8 to $10 to $20 a cut. I remember when it hit 20, I said, woo, I can't wait till I go bald. It's genetics. Now it's more normally paying 30, 40, 50, 60. Over the pandemic, I was having a barber come in. I was paying $120 a cut. I know. It's crazy. But part of my job is to be on camera. But $120, plus I got 2 boys, $60 each for them. It was like $200 and something a cut. Insane. But it was that or having pandemic cuts. But now we got to be honest, y'all. Everybody's making more money, or at least they should be, because the purchasing power of the dollar has gone down. They've inflated the purchasing power away from the dollar. And now you need more of them. So people are charging more because it doesn't go as far as it used to. So $40 is the new 20. So just multiply whatever you used to pay by 2, and that's what you should be expecting to pay now.
And $40. You would go to $50, $65. People were coming every 3 weeks or once a month, right? Some would come every 2 weeks, but when you get into those ranges, you don't see people as much. So I think a wise barber, business savvy barber, would be right in that sweet spot where a person could come at least bi-weekly. And I think their schedule will fill out more. They'll make more money. They'll be more productive. Because I don't care if you cut one head for $100. If you're only doing 10 haircuts a week and the other person's doing 40 haircuts a week, but he's making 2,000, you make 1,000, you may look smarter, you may look cooler, but you're losing the long game.
And that's why we're seeing some of that, like we was talking about earlier. Now some of these higher priced, know your worth. If you can't afford it, just say that. We seeing some of them start to find God now, right? And what you know who we was talking about. All of a sudden now.
You don't need to be a greedy barber, I don't think. Like, obviously you want to get paid for your time, get paid what you're worth. But at the end of the day, you're cutting hair, and it matters to people, but it's recession resistant already. People always want to get their nails done, get their hair done. So don't be greedy. You got to change the economics of it. This is why it's called Edwards economics, right? You will make less money trying to charge more per haircut and having no clients than the person who is cutting, like he said, 50 haircuts and charging half of what you do. Yeah, they're booked and they're busy, but they're still making more. And at the end of the day, don't you just want to make more? There's a sweet spot, an inflection point where you start to get diminishing returns. You want to get as close to that as you possibly can. The economics of the barbershop are such that charge a price that is reasonable to get people coming more frequently. You'll make more money.
For all the men out there, what do you consider to be too much for a haircut? So I get my haircut every 2 weeks for $75. Now the barber that I'm going to now is a male. He pretty much tapers the sides, the back, lines up the face. The barber that I was going to prior was a female. She charges me $40, $45. She uses razor on the lineup and the face, which I personally like. But the only dilemma is with the male barber, he's more consistent, so he actually keeps a book. But sometimes some things change. But with the female barber, it's pretty much you have to get in where you fit in. Sometimes she might not call you back. Sometimes she's not cutting this week. And I be having stuff going on, so I don't really like inconsistency. But how much do y'all pay for your haircuts? And what's the reliability in terms of those barbers? Because am I getting played?
No, I mean, you're paying for reliability, right? You're paying for consistency. Typically, these barbers that are charging these higher prices and are worth it because they're more professional. They probably do give a better haircut, but even if they give the same haircut, I'd pay a little bit more every couple weeks to know that I can have a guaranteed haircut in the following couple weeks. You know, I don't want to be bouncing around. I want to take care of the people that take care of me.
Dang, I need a haircut. I need to get this mop cut off my head. Instead of going to one of these expensive buckhead barbershops that I normally go to, that's like 80 bucks, I want to go to one of these Dominican barbershops right off Buford Highway, pay like 30, 40 bucks and get just as good of a haircut. What do you think?
Hey, it's fresh.
Bro, you can go ahead and run your business the way you want to run it, and it's fine. We all have the right to do whatever we want to do. But I just want to let you know this. You think just because things are going up, you think that it's okay for you to charge $100 for a freaking fade that's gonna last you 4 days? And you want to compare with, oh, well, you know, you go buy Nikes or you buy this and that. Dude, it's a haircut. You're a scammer. You're greedy. I mean, you're trying to get rich over one damn haircut, and you're lazy on top of that because your fade is no different than the other fades that are already out there anyways. They charge like 30 bucks. You're not special. You're not doing something special. Because you're lazy and you only want to have 2 haircuts a day so you can go on with your day and already win 200 bucks, or 5 so you can pay $500 and you call it a day. You want your life easy mode by being greedy and conning people? Dude, are you kidding me?
Are barbers overcharging for haircuts, therefore not getting clients like they used to? I'm just curious. I asked this only because this past Saturday I needed a haircut. I go to a barbershop, I walk in, I ask the guy. There are 4 people in the barbershop, 4 barbers. One was cutting hair. The other 3 were sitting in their chairs on their phones. So I walk in and I say, hey, do you guys take walk-ins? One of the guys say, yes. I go, how much do you charge? He said $70. $70. I go, oh, well, I just need a haircut. He goes, yeah, haircuts are $70. What? So I politely said thank you and walked out the door. But it was crazy to me because there are 4 of you. Only one of you is cutting someone's hair, and the other 3 of you are just sitting there.
As a barber, I want to know, when did we decide to hike these prices up to $80, to $100? I'm so mad I can't even talk right. Decided to hike these the same haircuts we was getting when we was kids. These ain't new haircuts. These ain't haircuts that was out of stock in they back. These the same haircuts we was getting. So you mean to tell me from when I was 8 to 15, and when I was paying these haircut prices and they was $15, maybe $25, now I go to a barbershop and my peers, it's like, y'all, we be charging $85, $90, and I be like, damn, a haircut is for riches now. Will spend they last on the haircut. You feel me? I'm not complaining. Let me make myself clear. I'm not complaining. But it's like, it's just a thought that came in my head. I was cutting somebody's hair, and the tip you gave me was crazy. And I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining, but it's like, damn. Complaining about gas prices, complaining about the cost of food going up, complaining about the cost of shoes. I've yet to hear a complain about the cost of a haircut. I ain't complaining though. Keep spending that bread.
So as you guys can see, the personal grooming space is in a shambles. And I don't think that it's getting better. Actually, I do. Because as we can see, there are thousands of barbershops that are sitting empty, tons of vacancy. Barbers not being able to make their booth rent because their prices went higher than their clientele is willing to pay. Let me know in the comment section below. Is this something that you're seeing where you're from? How much are you willing to pay for a haircut? And let me know, what is the most you've ever paid for a haircut? I told you mine, so you gotta tell me yours. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video once again. I pray the Lord blesses you, that he keeps you, that he lifts his face towards you, that he turns his countenance towards you, that he gives you favor, and that he gives you peace.